Okay. So it's a great pleasure to be able to speak to you. My name is Colin Finnegan from FG Style Amsterdam. We're interior architects. We've renovated the Kempinski Jahreszeiten in Munich with great honor to work in the Kempinski, of course, and also with some of the great manufacturers of Bavaria, including Nymphenburg porcelain. And this is, of course, you'll see this throughout the public areas. Really an amazing combination, and also with different companies. As should we say, the furniture here is from Tonnet. This is a classical piece of Tonnet, which has not actually been in production for 40 years. So we found it in a museum, and then when we were talking about this is an easygoing cafe restaurant, we thought the Tonnet chairs were, of course, absolutely ideal for it. And then when we were looking for a model, we chose this because of the sophistication with 3 legs. Very unusual, of course, recognizable as Tonnet, but you've only seen this one in a museum, which is, of course, nice also for the hotel to have something truly unique.
So what else did you do here? You just showed the windows?
The windows are now all the way along in the Tagesbar. We can bring the windows down. They're sash windows, so we create really the most magnificent terrace restaurant overlooking from one of the most expensive shopping streets in Germany. And then here in the bar, as we were saying, we wanted to create an easygoing sort of place where you can really enjoy with friends. So you see the bar has a beautiful stone top, which is backlit, which gives everybody a very beautiful sheen from underneath. And I think this is very important. People have to look good. And we introduce the caviar and oysters in a very easygoing way. So if you just look around the corner here, the people of Munich, of course, are great enjoyers of life, and then we thought we don't want to really force people to have anything, but just showing them that we have magnificent the caviar and the oysters are all available, and I think it's one of those nice things in life when you're just given the opportunities. Actually, we had a wall here which is really chopping in the spaces, and then we at quite a considerable expense actually took the wall away and created a steel column. This is absolutely the idea of the general manager Holger. I mean, I have to blame him because it was a lot of money. But now this is really through the mirrors we create a completely new ambience. And I think an easygoingness, and that's so crucial. By creating this new entrance through from the bar to the kitchen, and then in the kitchen, of course, we see the magnificent ceiling from Nymphenburg, which is all completely created by hand. This is the royal porcelain. It's called the pearl porcelain, and until 1900, it was only the royal family of Bavaria were allowed to actually use it, and this has been created for us, and it has the tree is the L star. It's the royal apple tree, I think they call it in German, and we've had it specially created. It's showing the 4 seasons of the apple tree, because of course it's the Vier Jahreszeiten, and we thought it was a very nice combination. Exactly, as you go see.
Also ich freue mich sehr, dass wir jetzt im Schwarzreiter Gourmet Restaurant sind. Wir werden 2 Gänge servieren. Sie haben eine Menükarte und unser Restaurantpersonal wird Ihnen auch nochmal erklären, was es gibt. Eine Besonderheit des Schwarzreiter Restaurants ist das Messerbänkchen. Das ist der Schwarzreiter, den es bis vor 6 Wochen nicht gegeben hat, aber auf Initiative von uns zusammen mit Nymphenburg hat die Nymphenburger Porzellanmanufaktur gesagt, den stellen wir nur fürs Vier Jahreszeiten her. Käuflich zu erwerben für 150 €. Wenn man bedenkt, was ein Teller kostet, ist das ein Schnäppchen. Ein bemalter Teller. Nein, also tatsächlich, das ist ein bisschen das Ikonische hier im Restaurant, but now I would also like to hand over again to Colin.
It's a Schwarzreiter restaurant, and the Schwarzreiter, of course, is the It's actually a local trout, and we're working with the room. Some of the original features were again from Nymphenburg, and these magnificent panels along the walls in bas relief. So we had them completely restored, and then. Also, when we worked together with Nymphenburg, we looked at the ancient traditions of the flowers, the porcelain flowers on the tables. So 300 years ago, the royal families of Europe would always have porcelain flowers on the tables. And this was actually because fresh flowers were seen as a symbol of a passing phase of death, because you go to the field, you pick up flowers, you'd put them on the table, and of course they would wilt. And the royal families, of course, always wanted perfection, so they had beautiful porcelain flowers made. And of course, once they discovered that if you put flowers in water, that they survive for a couple of weeks, that fashion sort of came to an end. But we thought it was a very nice idea to bring back the history of the porcelain flowers as a conversation piece within the table itself, and then combined with an ancient wood. So we really have the roughness with the refinement. So this is actually part of the new entrance to the Schwarzreiter Restaurant, and here you see we've used a technique, a stunning contemporary art installation, and it's actually to reflect all of the faceted elements of the interior, because of course with the entire hotel we're working with details, even going down to the fossilized wood. So there's a 350 million year old tree trunk which is cut, and then this is one of the most public private places in the city. So if you need to have a little discreet telephone call, then you disappear. I like the Bond things. But it mimics the Gothic mirror. Window. The mosaic room. So this is actually the new entrance to the Schwarzreiter Restaurant. And then you see here this magnificent console with the gilded fish symbolizing the restaurant. Well, you see the Schwarzreiter, the fish as symbol. Yeah. And then so we try to do this each time in a subtle way, but then it's quite powerful and also recognizable. You know where you are. And then this is actually a new view from the lobby, then through this direction. So this is really the new entrance to the restaurant.
And the entrance was there?
Through here and to the right.
Okay. So now we're in the bar.
And now the bar is completely new, although it has the same atmosphere as before. So it was really one of the favorite locations in the hotel. So we completely demolished it. Everything's new, but it has the same atmosphere, and this is, I think, really important. So people come in, they really recognize. But then, of course, just a little bit more detailed.
Let's play chess.
Yes, and everything's new. Also, you see the walls in this niche. It's made of. It's actually made of. It's embossed leather, gilded embossed leather, and then again, if you look up into the ceiling. And then when you have your group of friends, then they really have their own little world. And then here we really wanted to. This is the idea, of course, of the residence. So in the Palace, the residence, which is just down the road, you have this suite of rooms, and one room is more beautiful than the next, and the last room is the gilded room. And so this is also when you see here's really the gilded room. You see the woodwork, all hand carving. Also the console is an antique console, hand carved wood, gilded, with the fish. So you have the Schwarzreiter fish.
A special one.
Yes, yeah. So you're seeing this really ancient, and then we designed it in a way with the ceiling. and then this is reflected in the carpet.
Yeah.
But then because you have the mirror behind, it comes together as one world.
Wonderful.
And
So where did you find this piece?
I was found at an auction.
An auction?
Yeah. I have,
You spent a lot of time in auction.
A lot. But behind this mirror, there's a huge television. So if you want to watch a Bayern Munich,
So you can move it.
no. The mirror is a television.
The mirror is a television.
Yes.
So how about the?
No, we have to move the clock for you. Don't worry, we'll move the clock. But then you see here, these crazy chairs with the little monkeys all hand carved.
So where did you find this?
This is a French company, Mise en Demeure. Wonderful company.
Okay.
They produce them today already.
No, absolutely. All the furniture is new. Only the consoles are antiques. And then also here, this is a piece from Nymphenburg, also to show that they really also create new contemporary works.
In the stone?
It is an antique piece.
The whole table?
Yeah. And you see the doors are actually based on the original, except we have them gilded and with the mirrors, the aged mirror put inside.
Yeah.
We keep traditions.
Two weeks ago when we had, there was the Formula One race in Sochi, I think.
Yes.
And we had 11 Finnish guests from Finland. And then they were sitting here, we closed the room. I think the price of the TV we got as revenue during the day.
It's very good. Yeah? But I think for me this is luxury. Luxury is to have everything you want, but you only get it when you want it.
Okay.
It should be.
What is luxury for you? Say it again.
No, simple luxury.
Yeah.
Pure simple luxury is to have, for me at least, to have a good glass of wine, cold white wine, on a summer's day, sitting down in the grass with friends. This is absolute luxury. Everything else is very nice to have.
Okay.
But when you have a certain, should we say, nice to have life, you should not have everything around you because it just becomes clutter. But you should have everything you want when you want it. So to here, we have a magnificent mirror. But if we want to watch Bayern München, we should of course have a huge television. And I think this is luxury. This is really easygoing, and that's what I like.